Hey guys, gotta work out some of the kinks here. Just been doing a little bit of rearranging and try to set things up. So I thought I'd do a little bit of quick comparison. Earlier I was testing with the ZV-1. So right now this is the Logitech Brio camera that I have been using in the past, and so I've been able to move the camera and the arm that attaches to the camera. Here, I'll show you. See if I can pull up the camera here. As they say, a lot of switching around, stuff like that. Okay, here we go. So right now, before I had the camera that was like out here on this arm, so I did have an extra arm, so I was able to put that there to push the camera back. And it took a little while to get the framing right. So here, I'll show you what it looks like with the ZV-1. So this is the ZV-1 camera, and earlier I was on the Logitech camera. And you can tell it's kind of punched in, and it's a matter of just I had to play around earlier before I got the ZV-1 as to like how to frame it up and stuff. So a lot of it was adjusted within the vMix setting. So I'm gonna do like a quick comparison between the two cameras. So I was able to work on that earlier, so you can see the difference in terms of the image and stuff like that. So depending where you're looking at me from, to my on the left side of what you're seeing is the ZV-1 camera, and you can tell the tone. It's naturally like pumpkin orange, so it's a little bit dark, and I still got to play around with the camera settings within there because when I ever had to power down the camera, it resets, so it may not remember how the camera setting was for the camera. Whereas with the Logitech, I think because it's already inherently a web camera, it's already plugged in. That it's as you can see, it's a little bright orange. The skin tone, as you can tell, is a little bit different. A little bit hard to change in the Logitech. So even like within the vMix, it's still a little bit bright. The camera in the ZV-1 has like the natural has like the skin tones that can help kind of smooth out the face and stuff like that. Um, so it's a little bit different there. So, but and actually, I think it's more Logitech for me. Head looks a little bit bigger, but uh, it's all good. So, so yeah, so it's a big difference with everything. I mean, I know like with Logitech, naturally it looks a lot more blown out, and it's just a compromise between how much you change the color with the lighting, because then it just had to try to be careful I didn't look like George Hamilton. Pop culture reference for those that were born before the 70s might like that. Those after, you can always Google. So it was just a matter of just kind of playing around with the settings like what I had with the Logitech. So here's how it looks right now with the Logitech. And you know, it's just kind of like punched in or anything like that. And with the Sony ZV-1, I'm able to adjust the lens. And so this allowed me to get a little bit wider than with Logitech, and I had to do the adjustments within the camera settings on the computer with the vMix. You know, you can play with the zoom and stuff like that. So that's why I'm a little bit lower, and just to naturally frame it up there. Uh, so yeah, it's a big difference in terms of the framing, how it looks, and then when you put it side by side, again, a bigger difference skin tone and stuff like that. So, that's about it. So I thought I'd just kind of do a fun comparison before the camera conks out. In which case, I would have had it gone to this shot if it had it gone out. But since the camera's holding up, I can go with this. So yeah. So once I get the new cables in, I think they'll allow me to kind of like stabilize how things are set up here. I'm not. I still have to get used to it because like with this camera, you can see a little bit more on the right side here, which may be a good or bad thing depending how you look at it. Which here, because it was like more kind of like rays and stuff like that, I couldn't get a wider shot because there's no real lens for me to work with to be able to frame it up. So a lot of it has to do with the zooming and positioning as to where it's fixed. So the most I can do is like this. And it just raises it up a little bit, but that's a lot of a trial and error, and all that. So anyway, that's about it. Hoping everyone's doing well, and I will catch you guys later. As my brother would say, peace.